Peace, good people. How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning.
Peace, brother.
Okay. Definitely glad to have you on today. Welcome to the Remix Morning Show here at Black Power Media. Would love to have had you on under different circumstances, but of course, today we wanted to talk to you all because we understand that there is a need and a demand for understanding and justice. You know, first and foremost, what I would like to do is have you all introduce yourselves to our audience. I know that you're here representing two families, one being Mama Gerri Chapman Talley, and the other being Mama Katherine Massey. So if you all don't mind introducing yourselves, and we'll take it from there. And we,
Uh, my name is Lakeisha Divine Chapman, and I am the niece of Gerri Talley.
I'm Adrienne Massey. I'm a niece of Catherine Massey.
My name my name is Elizabeth Howard. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and my aunt is Geraldine Talley.
right on. So definitely, of course, I know Divine, Peace Divine. I've been knowing Divine for at least a dozen or more years, and she's always been a positive. Um, how can I say this? Soft smoke spoken but serious sister. So
Yes.
to see her in this other light, and to speak to her over the past several days, it's code red. So I definitely wanted to get you all on. And of course, Adrian, we have a mutual comrade as well, Sister Rue. So definitely thanks for that. I want to, if possible, start off by with an introduction of your family member, and then we want to get into um, this monster who came along and stole our community member and our family member because of the fact that it impacted and affected us all in different ways. But of course, you all closer because of the obvious reasons. So I'm gonna start with you, Adrian, and we can kind of go clockwise if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine. Um, my aunt Cat, she was like the matriarch of our family. She held our family down. She held our family together. Um, she was in everything possible that was about goodness, doing the right thing, being there for the right person, um, taking care of business, getting things done. City Hall, Challenger, Langston Hughes, anything you could think of, um, uh, just everything. The union at work, she was always a part of something that meant something that was important, that was gonna make a difference and make a change for the positive. Um, and that was our Aunt Cat. I don't feel like me personally and my family. I don't feel like her life was cut short, but she lived a wonderful life because she was a wonderful person and she was involved in a lot of things. So my heart isn't heavy. I'm a little saddened that my aunt is gone, but I spent a lot of time with my aunt. My aunt did wonderful things. She was an awesome person. He cut her life short, but it was in God's plan, and that's how I look at it, and that's how I feel. So I'm at peace with my aunt being somewhere else. She lived a full life. This coward, he just started his life. He lost his life. My aunt is in a new place, doing a new thing. That's how I feel, and I'm comfortable with it. I can't have hate in my heart to let him think he won, because he did not. We working and doing things right now in her behalf to uplift her and just keep her legacy going. So to me, he hasn't done anything to me, and our family is strong like that. So I'm good with it.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your words and your thoughts. Divine or Lizzie, you want to chime in?
B, I'll let you.
I'm sorry. No. You good. You good. We
Okay.
can start you,
Can
Divine.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, my aunt, she was the life of the party. She was just the life of the party, like just naturally happy. She's always happy. all of her great nieces and great nephews knew her, and she knew them. That's how big she was to us. She's like mommy auntie. She would throw all of the cookouts. She'll get the family together, and you know, like the other lady said, all of these victims' life were cut short. They didn't deserve it. My aunt, she was just beginning. You know, she was getting ready to get married. They were getting ready to travel the world, and her life was just cut short. And I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted of the act of violence. Hate. People actually teach people to hate instead of teaching people to love. Love is love, and this has to stop. It has to stop.
Right on, right on. I appreciate your words as well, Divine. Would you like to add on?
I'm gonna echo my cousin's sentiment. Yeah, my aunt was big. She was meek. She was beautiful. She was docile. She was sweet. Um, the day that her life was taken, and the day that he did rob her of the rest of her life, she was young. She was a baby. Um, and as my cousin said, she was just getting started. She lived a big, beautiful life, but there was so much more life to live. And I understand Allah's plan. I understand that, it was already written. However, I don't like this chapter of this book. And the way that it happened is disgusting. The way that it happened is messed up because it was allowed to happen. Because, legislation, and we can go through the list of the reasons why. But I'm on this call with you today, Kalanji, and you know my heart, because you know my heart. I'm a lover. I'm peace before anything. But right now, I don't have that sentiment. Right now, I'm vexed, and I do want to, and I want to uplift my aunt's honor, and I want to continue her legacy. But I also want to fight this because other families that look like us will be affected if we don't do anything. And not a protest, not marching with our fists in the air. We have to figure out what we need to do to mitigate this.
You faded out a little bit, Divine. Peace. Okay. Yeah, you faded out. You want to log out and log back in, or can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. We hear you. Yeah. So, and you said, it's important. Lizzie, can you mute your mic for a second? We're getting an echo sometime when other folks are speaking. So when each one's speaking, we can kind of just mute so that we won't, get that feedback. But and of course we've talked, Divine, in regards to your feelings and sentiments, and of course, knowing me, I echo. And indeed, with what all of you ladies are saying, I'm understanding, because as an organizer and a lover of our people, I understand that we have different types of emotions, so on and so forth. But I also understand that, as Divine stated, this is something that that must be stopped, and we have to come up with preventive measures in order to survive this place that we currently live in, this evil place, this evil society in which we live in. Divine, I wanted to ask you, like, you stated, you're about peace and love, so on and so forth. With this situation, with this this monster who robbed you of your family member, what would justice look like to you?
Kalanji, that's a great question, and I don't know if I have an answer for that yet. And I think that's why I'm here today. I'm not sure. There's so many things I want to say, and I know that logically this one doesn't make sense. I just want my aunt back, right? Period. Right. I know that can't happen, right? Physically, spiritually, I know that can happen, but I don't know what justice looks like because I'm lost right now. You feel me? Like, the fact that this happened so close to home, we've been dealing with this for a long time in America. As a Black person, we've been dealing with injustices all our lives to some degree. We've lost people. People have transitioned in our lives. I understand life, I understand death, but this hits differently. And I don't know. I don't know what justice looks like, yo. I'm not sure. There's a part of me that wants to go and purchase a rifle and shoot up his family, right? Is that justice? I don't know. Is it right? I don't know. I don't know what to do. But something has to be done. I know that.
Right on. Adrian, you have something you want to say? Or
Yes, I just want to say my heart goes out to all the families, to everybody. But for me, and what my aunt represented, she loved the kids. She like loved the kids. We got to start at home because these kids out here, the people, this generation out here, this younger generation, I'm 54, they off the chain. I've never seen the disrespect, the lack of courtesy. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So we need to teach our kids to love the next kid and to show them, not saying that my kids or whoever kids are better, but somebody got to guide our babies because we're letting down a generation. I've never seen the level of disrespect or disregard. It's disgusting. What are we
so
doing? What are we doing as parents? Because my kids, I teach them to love all kids, any nationality. I don't care any type of person, anything that we may think is strange. Because as to me, as Black people, sometimes we think we are so um I don't know, we're looked at as we we all got some challenges and we all need to work on some things, but we definitely need to correct our kids at
I,
all levels. We
I,
need to correct our kids and correct or help the kid next door or the one that's walking down the street or the one you thinking is doing the wrong thing. Baby, let me talk to you. Honey, let me talk to you. It's just we can't let them continue to keep going on like we going. We can't keep shoving the doggone phone in their hand and letting that telephone babysit our kids. We cannot.
and I agree with what you're
We
saying
have,
right there in regards to our kids. You know what I'm saying? But with all due respect, this is an admitted, confessed racist who hates us for being us. And this is a young man because, and I'm specifically saying young man because of the fact that the mass media will paint him to be a boy. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to folks from our community, they'd be 16 and they're men. You understand what I'm saying? And they want to try them as adults. But this is a boy, a man who traveled 3 hours, 200 miles to carry out this assault on not Miss Massey, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, not Miss Talley, but on the Black community. You understand what I'm saying? He came with the intent to murder whoever he saw that looked like us. It is unfortunate that, as Divine stated, that this tragedy visited um, your homes, right? But it would have been us if we would have been there. You know what I'm saying? Or the boy who had the phone, or whoever the case is, because he hated us. How do we deal with that? Because I think that sometimes what we do, and I understand. I like the fact that Divine said, right now I don't have the answers. I don't know, because it's not a simple solution to anything or anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not just something where folks say, "Oh, we just gonna do this," and we throw out blanket statements. We do that when we are unorganized. So it's important for us to be a part of an organizations, because then you can strategize and you can have a think tank and a collective that can back you, and we can possibly come up with preventive measures. What happened was he targeted what we call soft targets. You know what I'm saying? We know Buffalo, right? He didn't go into certain hoods on purpose, right? He knew where to go and where not to go. He already saw, because he staked it out the day before. He saw what type of people were there. He saw there was a security guard, and blessings to the security guard who tried to fight him off. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, he knew that he knew what to come with and how to deal with it. So I ask, you know, out of love and respect, what do you all see as next steps, or do you have the answers to that, or you know, what would you like to see happen? I'll ask you. I'll start with Lizzie, and then we can go back to Mama Adrian as well, if that's cool.
What I would like to see happen, because we can get together 20 people, 100 people, 500 people, but we all have to be on that same page. We all have to have that same energy so we can serve justice. Like, I know, like Keisha said, no, I don't know what justice looked like, because how they arrested him, that wasn't justice. How he came out of Thompson and surrendered, and they just politely put him in handcuffs, that wasn't my definition of justice, of what he went in and took all of those lives away. So what I would like to see as a Black community is us getting together and being on that same page, because the energy is horrible. The energy is horrible out here. And if we're not on that same page and have that same energy, I don't know if justice will be served.
Right.
I don't know how it can be served if we're not on that same accord.
Yes, yes, and that's a good point, and I'm glad that you know, you made that statement as well. Adrian, you had something you wanted to touch on?
I don't justice looks like either. I just know that, like she said, the energy that we have to keep that energy and keep it moving for our families, and don't stop it. Don't, like she said, let's not get together 10, 50, 100, 200 people and talk about it. And then in another month or two, it fade out. We're not fade out people. So I'm not fading out. We got to move on and press on. As my aunt would say, we need to carry on. I'm ready. Whatever we need to do, it's time to start now.
Right on, right on. I have been speaking again. I've been speaking to Divine and a few other comrades who are in that area and from that area. So our organization, FTP, we're committed to joining in and assisting in organizing and structuring. Because the unfortunate thing, again, when we're unprepared and we have these quote unquote tragedies and these assaults and these attacks, it's like we're starting from scratch every time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, now we gotta, okay, boom. When we already know that, you know, as I stated early on the show, unfortunately, Black folks in America are moving targets. And until, one of the things we do in training, right, we don't go to the range and just shoot at a target because of the fact that the target's not shooting back. So if you don't prepare yourself mentally when you're in a situation, you might freeze up. So we might do a paintball simulation. So at least you know that, you know, oh, I don't want to get hit. You know what I'm saying? So with training and with organizing and with structure, there's preventive medicine measures to organize community. And that's what we would like to see done across the board, because we can no longer be targets. I really, really cannot stress the fact that I appreciate you all coming on our platform at such an early stage. We know that this just happened, and I hope that with all that I'm saying and that I've said, that it has been taken with love, and it's not a situation where, you know what I'm saying, where I'm trying to tell you what to do or what should be done or any of that. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The reality is we must work together in order for us to be successful. You know, so I'm hoping that, you know, the Masseys and the Talleys, you all, you know what I'm saying, you have a quick introduction. You know, hopefully it can grow and it can maneuver, and you don't just get caught up in what a lot of these crooked attorneys and these opportunists are coming at you with, because of the fact that they're vultures. And I call them grave robbers, because what they do is they wait till someone is attacked or dies, and they swoop down during your moments of vulnerability. And the next thing you know, you're saying and talking about some shit that you had no plans on talking about. They're representing you. You might get a check. You get that spotlight. And as one of you stated earlier, a couple months down the line, you forgot about this particular tragedy and you're out fighting and left alone. I've seen it happen so many times, so I'm hoping that you all continue to, with your strength, continue to fight. You have a platform here that you can come speak on and say what you like. You know what I'm saying? If you have to use the Lauryn Hill theory and add a motherfucker so the ignorant niggas hear you, then do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not CNN. We're not none of these other corporate backed and sponsored platforms that only want to hear you talk about how saddened you are and can't we all just get along? No, we can't all get along until shit is equal. And it's not equal, and it's not going to be equal until we come with the ultimate equalizer. Any last words you all like to say? I don't want to hold you up all day, but just know that we're with you and we're willing to support in whatever fashion or form we can. We got to unmute.
I'm sorry. I just want to say I appreciate you for having me on. I appreciate you ladies. I think we should get together, like he said, and try to do some things. And stay prayerful, stay positive, and don't let him steal your joy. Keep all your happy and good thoughts, because that's what's keeping me going. You can never let him think he won, because he did not. He absolutely did not. Because I know you got wonderful memories. And you just can't let him think he won. And just be strong. And we will get through this, because we got to get to the next step and the next step. And we got to just keep pushing on. Thank you.
Same way, Adrian, and my cousin is in Buffalo. I'll be out there next week, so definitely would like to sit and connect and collaborate and build. Kalonji, I appreciate you for just giving us an outlet to speak truth. And we have to recognize real fast that what he did is he affected, and he didn't win, Adrian, but he did have an effect, and we have to recognize that. And not only him, also Buffalo Police Department. The casual placing of the hand as he's being put into the car. All of that has to be realized that, as you said, our kids, we have to focus on our kids. But even when we do focus on our kid, because I have an 18-year-old that's going to University of Miami, and he's raised well along with my other two, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, they're Black. And that's what we're going to have to focus on. And how do we use our strength and power to move forward in this country without fear, without neglect, without, fear, again, of walking the street, being Black. And that's where justice will come from. But how do we get there? I'm not sure yet. So, Kalonji, I know we will be working together. Adrian, we family now, right? We that's it. We connected, and we have to move forward, because you already know what we need to do and what we're about to do. So this is just the beginning. We gotta continue.
Right on. Appreciate that.
I'm ecstatic to be here this morning. I appreciate you. This right here is a great start. This is where we start from, and keeping that same energy. And this is just a start. This is the start of coming together, getting together as a whole, a collective, and because it's been going on too long. Too long, and I'm so sick and tired of it. I am. The energy, we like Miss Adrian said, we need to keep this same energy flowing, happy energy, happy thoughts, and keep that going and pass that on. We are a big ball of electricity. We can feel energy. We can pass that, our good energy, on, and hopefully it is stick to everybody. I mean, it's just time to come together. It is.
No doubt. Well, hey man, I definitely appreciate you all coming on to the platform and joining us here today. Looking forward to organizing with you all. I will see you soon, and keep up the good fight, and we're gonna win in spite of ourselves. And yeah, let's not let this bastard rob us, because from what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding, we as a people lost two, we lost 10 beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? For those who aren't here today with us, we extend our condolences and however we can assist platform or organizationally. You know what I'm saying? But keep up the good fight. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. And everything's gonna be what we needed to be. All right. So again, gratitude for coming on board. Again, we thank you all. And we'll be in touch and we'll keep the people abreast. You've been checking out the Remix Morning Show live, and we've been talking about the situation in Buffalo. Some of our beautiful elders who have transitioned, who were robbed of their lives, and some of their beautiful family members. So stay tuned. Remix Morning Show will be right back at you.